Hey everyone, it's your girl, Tara Michelle. Welcome to or welcome back to my channel, Opinionated Scents, our safe space to discuss all things fragrance, whether we like them or not. Let's do a haul, y'all. Let's talk about all these fragrances I've literally been holding on to since the end of February, throughout March and April. I've just been buying one thing here, one thing there, three things here, two things there. And eventually just looked over in the corner and was like, you gonna open those, you gonna get into those, you gonna review those, what we doing? So here we go. First up is the original Eau de Parfum Dahlia Divin by Givenchy. So I used to have a full bottle of this, loved it, went through a full bottle, then purchased it again, never reached for it. Had a family member of mine who really, really liked it. Every time I wore it, she would compliment me. So I gifted it to her because, especially with COVID, and even before COVID, for real, it's such an elegant and beautiful and sophisticated fragrance. I don't really do a lot of elegant, sophisticated things. Like I go to work and I come home and take care of my kids. So I don't feel like I need a full bottle of it, but I do like having a decant for that day or that occasion that might pop up where I'm like, I really want to smell like money, because that's exactly what the Eau de Parfum version of Dahlia Divin smells like, money. And then I was also craving Dolce & Gabbana Parfum Intense. First of all, I love that whole velvet packaging bottle thing. I went through a bottle of that, and I really didn't care for the original, so I re-upped on that one. And the same family member ended up getting that one as well because it was also a favorite of hers. And I just, sometimes I find that when I finish a bottle of something, even if I loved it, I don't necessarily need to repurchase it, because by the time I'm waiting on it to get here, I move on to something else. So yeah, that's something to think about. Maybe I'll get a decant of it when I crave it, like I did with these two. Okay, next, this one you've already seen. I did a review on it. This is the new Labelle Le Parfum Intense. You all know how I feel about it. I think it's beautiful, but I really think that it could have been better. This is Dahlia Divin Eau Initiale. So this replaced the original EDT version that they came out with. Never smelled it, but this is a very pretty, clean, light, citrusy fragrance. However, it does not last. Guys, when I tell you, there is no longevity to this. There is no projection to this. This is at best a that's not even a glorified. I will put this a step under a body spray if I'm keeping it real. After looking it up, I saw that a lot of people who talked about this said the same thing. A lot of reviews were like, this doesn't last at all. If I sprayed, when I wore it, I sprayed 30 sprays in between all of my clothes and on my post points. 30 sprays. 2 hours later, I didn't know I had anything on. So I was going to declutter this, but I wouldn't even sell this to somebody. I wouldn't even give this to somebody, because I feel like it would be just disrespectful to come at you and give you something I know is essentially a waste of time. And I hate to say that because, like I said, the Eau de Parfum is amazing. And even this is a very pretty fragrance. Now, it's just a clean, everyday, easy reach type of scent. It is not that sophisticated elegance that you get with the EDP, but it doesn't last, guys. This has worse projection and longevity than Hugo Boss Scent Private Accord. Those who know. This is another one I'm adding back to my collection. This is Guess by Marciano. I remember when I was younger when this came out, because I went and purchased it the day that it came out. I was working in the mall at that time, and I just saw it was a new release and thought it would be cool to have something the day that it came out. This is I don't ever get tired of this. I have gone through multiple bottles and purchased and gifted away multiple bottles to people who were looking for a signature scent, a signature fragrance for the fall, or who didn't own a collection. Now, if I find out you don't have no perfume, I can't deal with that. Come on. This is another one that I'm adding back to my collection after gifting it away, because I just thought, I have the EDT version now, I don't want this one. This is Versace Eros Parfum EDP. I love it. It's such a fresh, citrus, clean fragrance. And I don't know. I just feel like we were disrespecting it heavy last year. It was like everybody was decluttering this when they found out about the EDT. But I think you can have them both. And so I'm going to keep it. Next up is what I consider to be an oldie but goodie. It's new to my collection, but I think it was made in 1992. This is Burberry for Women. Beautiful, creamy apricot and peach fragrance. I feel like I knew people back then who wore this. This is really good. I really like it. I'm glad to have it in my collection. I can see me repurchasing this one. It just makes me nostalgic, like Clinique Happy does. I don't know, but I'm vibing it. You guys have seen my first impressions of this and probably my follow-up by the time this comes out. This is Kayali Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper 25. It's a long name, sometimes I forget. This one has actually grown on me. I like it much better than I did at first. Man, I just love the bergamot and the opening of this. From the bottle, it's exquisite. From the bottle, absolutely a like 9 out of 10. I freaking love this fragrance out of the bottle. And in the dry down, I would give it a 9 out of 10 as well. And in the air, once it has settled for a while, and this is a beast mode fragrance. Don't get it twisted. You do not need a lot of this. However, the opening is something I still struggle with. It is just too much pink pepper that is amplified by the zestiness, the absolute amazing citrus of the bergamot. So, yeah, this is a good one though. So you might see me with the bigger size. Don't judge me. This next one, the bottle alone captivated me. I love the two fragrances I have by this house. This is Rochas and this is Byzance. Now, I was going to declutter this because it's one of those perfumes that reminds me of very much of a unisex fragrance. Like I could smell this on a man. It might be a tad too sweet for some men, but I think a man could pull this off. This is very much on that line of unisex, that uncomfortable line of unisex to me, but it smells so good. I can't let it go yet. I have to give this a chance, but this is definitely a fall winter fragrance to me. So I'll be holding on to it for the beautifulness of the bottle and to give it a fair shot in some nice cold weather. I'm talking about late fall, about to be winter weather for me. Oh, it smells so good though. It's like dark and sultry and sexy, but again, there is a masculine vibe to this for me, and you know how I am. I'm a feminine girl. Let me go ahead and tell on myself for a minute, because this was actually on my shelf in a few videos, and a couple of y'all Instagrammed me, really, I'm old. Hit me up in my DMs on IG, and you peeped the bottle. So you knew I had purchased it. I did a full review on the new C Intense 2021 version. Yes, I copped a bottle. I had to. I really like it. I still like the original black bottle Intense more, but I don't have to choose. Now we're going to talk about my Lulu haul. So I did a video not too long ago, which I'll post the card up here. And Lulu had sent me 21 samples. And I fell in love with 4 of them instantly and had to have them. This first one is my very first Banana Republic fragrance, because who knew? Gardenia and Cardamom. This is probably the freshest, cleanest, most beautiful, easy reach in my collection to me. Sometimes you get like that about, you know, new fragrances and you forget what you have already. I don't care. This is amazing. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. The gardenia in this is amazing. It also has jasmine and tuberose, which I don't pick up too much, which I'm grateful for because I'm really tired of both of those. But it has carnation and it has rose and ylang ylang. This is so good. Next, I also had to have Rose is Greedy by Mancera. Yo, this is like an aquatic rose. This is like, I cannot even make sense of this. I still have, oh my God. I still haven't taken the time to pull up the notes or anything like that yet, but it didn't matter. This smells so good to me, even though I am just like trying to steer clear of a bunch of rose fragrances. When it's done right, it's done right. And I'm not going to miss out on it just because it's called Rose is Greedy. The rose is beautiful, but that aquatic, like, I don't even know. I need to know what's in this. It's heaven in a bottle is what it is. I love this. I love it. Mancera, Rose is Greedy. And if you can hear these airplanes every 3 minutes, y'all, people are traveling, baby. They're not playing. These next two come from a line of 4. The EDT version was too floral for me on the dry down. And then the Intense is not something that I need to wear right now. Like, I wouldn't be wearing it in the spring or summer. So I'm going to wait on that one. But baby, when I tell you, what is it? Lantra D by Givenchy. I always want to call it Lantra D. Man. So Lantra D by Givenchy Eau de Parfum, beautiful fragrance. Oh, and then Lantra D Millesime, I think is what it's called. This is the newest release. I love this one more than all the rest. Oh, it's so potent. Whether it's an orange note or it's orange blossom, you know, for me, if you have orange in a fragrance in any facet, I'm there. I'm there. So I'm so happy to have both of these in my collection. So those are the 4 that I had to purchase from my samples from Lulu. Staying on that subject, the beautiful and kind Rebecca Collazo. She sent me some samples when we did a perfume swap. And here is the perfume I swapped her for. Everybody kept talking about Angel EDT. You all know me. You know I do not do the Eau de Parfum version or the Sucre. There's so many angels that are gross to me. But 2021 has found me liking these stars, y'all. I don't know what's going on. But this is the EDT version for 2019 that has this beautiful apple note. Oh my gosh, this is to die for. I'm so grateful that she was purchasing a bigger bottle and selling this one. This smells just like Angel Muse to me, with a lighter version of Angel Muse, but with apple as the best note. You know, the most to shine through. And the patchouli and praline are still there and don't bother me at all. This is exquisite, guys. I never thought. But again, it's the EDT version. Now, if y'all found me on here talking about I love the EDP version, call somebody, because I am under duress. She also sent me some samples. She sent me, I think it's called Parfait des Roses or something like that. Roses Barbaranza, which I actually love now and can't find it anywhere. And she sent me Jazmins Marzipan. Woo! This is my very first Maison Lancome perfume. I never thought I'd have one. The ones I smelled, I was just like, not for that price though. And even though this, you know, I can't see me spending, well, this was on sale, you know what I'm saying? I still feel like it was too much for this size, but I had to have this. Oh my goodness. I know some people who are on the fence about whether or not they like this, whether or not it's sweet enough. This is perfection to me. This is perfection to me. So I'm happy. I have one. I need to do a Dolce & Gabbana lineup. I think that's going to be a video that I film tomorrow and get out because, yeah. This is Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue, Love is Love. This smells like the original light blue, only it's sweeter and has a beautiful raspberry note in it. A nice tart and sweet raspberry in it. It also has notes of ice cream and whipped cream. Now, I don't particularly get an ice cream vibe from it. You know what I'm saying? However, it is sweeter. So I think if light blue was too sour or tart or fell flat on you, you might actually like this one. If you like the concept of light blue, the freshness, this one is a cute one. It won't be a repurchase for me because I have so many other flankers I like more, but I am glad to have this and I'll probably run through it this spring and summer. I received this for Mother's Day and I posted it on my Instagram. This is the new Valentino Born in Roma Yellow Dream. Guys, if you love lemon and if you love musk, this is for you. The top note is lemon, the middle note is a rose, and the base is musk. And this is musk, okay? This is a very tart and musky fragrance. And there is a sweetness in here. I freaking love this. I almost didn't get it because I watched a video of someone who I really, really love. I'm not going to mention her name though, because she didn't like it. She said she was going to return it. I think she said something about it smelling like a men's cologne or something like that. I am so glad I saw Amy Glam's video because my baby girl was talking about this and she was like, I love this. And I was like, then I know I'm gonna love it. This is Prada Candy Leau. I do not hear a lot of people talking about this. I had sampled this a while back and forgotten about it until my girl Arlene on Delicious Delights brought it up and was talking about how much of an easy reach it was for her. And I thought to myself, girl, you were supposed to get that. But what it was is that it was too expensive. Like, I just wasn't spending that money on anything from the Prada line, you know? But I saw it for a pretty okay price, so I purchased it. 2 days later, it pops up on Macari in the 3.4 ounce for a steal. So even though I just got this when I now have a backup bottle already, ridiculous. But I love this. It is a very easy reach for spring and summer. This one I've actually had, I do believe, since the end of February. I think this is the first one that I started with. This is so pretty. This is a Marc Jacobs Daisy Oh So Intense. Yep, that'd be it. So this is his newest release. It was either February or March that I purchased this. This is his newest release. Wasn't really worried about it when it first came out, but I think I smelled it. Where was I at? Was it when I was on vacation? So could it have been March? Whatever. I don't remember. But I liked it. And I said, you know what? I want that. The strawberry note in this is amazing. I love the way that this smells. It's so pretty for spring and summer. This is, like I tell you guys all the time, Marc Jacobs is pretty for the sake of being pretty. This is everyday work appropriate for the spring and summer. You can wear this on a date too, because who doesn't like the smell of strawberry? This is Lady in Pearl. Beautiful fragrance. There's fruit notes in here that I absolutely love. At first spray, I kept smelling a bunch of pineapple. And I don't think I've even looked at the notes in here. And if I did, I don't remember, but I love this fragrance. I've worn it once and it's a winner for everybody in the house. It's just a really pretty female fragrance that I think is going to be really good for spring and summer. So again, that's Lady in Pearl from the House of Dua. Okay, we're down to the last few. This one was a recommendation from Coco Pebs. This is called Dirham by Wardi. First spray of this, I was like, no, I need to figure out if I can return this immediately. No, we're not doing this. And then it dried down and I was like, okay, maybe. And then I sprayed it again and there you go. I'm telling you, sometimes that first spray is a whole lie, y'all. You just can't trust it. This is such a beautiful, like, I think it's a spicy vanilla. I definitely smell something sweet and there are definitely spices. This is one that I will only dare wear in the fall and winter. I think it was on Coco. Oh, it smells so, it's still in my nostrils. I think this was on her spring list, but where she lives, I don't think they get seasons, true seasons like we do here in the Midwest. So I cannot wait to wear this when it starts to get cold again. Recently, I did a haul of Elizabeth Arden's green tea flankers. And it got me to thinking, what other flankers do they have of white tea? Because I actually prefer white tea. Now, the vanilla orchid that I own is cool, but it's weighted down with that vanilla and that special freshness of the original is lost. So I went and I found out that there were 2 other flankers plus a brand new one that was dropping. So I didn't want the rose one because I'm telling you guys, I've had enough rose. And so I decided to get the Mandarin Blossom, and it is exquisite. It's beautiful. You can't go wrong with Mandarin. It's just like a little bit of juicy zestiness to the original white tea. Perfection. Oh, it's so good. And then you have the newest one to come out, which is the Ginger Lily. I love the note of ginger, a little bit of spicy kick to it, but it still is ultimately overall that beautiful freshness from the original. My favorite is the Mandarin Blossom, followed by the Ginger Lily, followed by the original. So I do enjoy both of these flankers a little bit more than the original just because they have something else going on. But I don't have to choose, so I have them all. These last 3, came on my radar really because about a month ago, I saw a ton of people doing their complete L'Extase by Nina Ricci line videos. I never seen or heard of any of these people before. And I thought to myself, well, you know, if this is a thing, if everybody's doing their lines all of a sudden, she might be coming out with a new one. Let me go investigate. So as I was looking through them, the flanker chaser in me, you know, I am a huge flanker chaser. Shout out to Yummy 411 and Lulu for their recent collab. For whatever reason, I just wanted them all again. Petty. I already owned a Rose Extase. Love that one. However, I will tell you something I've discovered. I don't like it in the heat. I much prefer it in the fall and winter. And it's not that I don't like it. I don't like it as much. It's too potent for me when it gets warm. So I will be saving that one. I'll be shelving it and leaving that for the cold weather. And then I also own Chant d'Extase, which of course is just your normal run-of-the-mill beachy fragrance. Nothing special, really hard to find. So just go get Eau de Soleil Blanc, or, you know, I said Soleil, Eau de Soleil Blanc, or something like one of those bronze goddesses. You know, if you want a beachy fragrance and you can't find that one, it's okay. You're not really missing much of anything. So I saw L'Extase and was like, you know what? Maybe I can appreciate that one a little more at this point in my life. So I'll get a little bitty bottle. And I added it back to my collection. And I'm going to tell you, it's my favorite one from the line. Like, I'm so ridiculous, but this baby is so sweet. This is Rose Extase without the pungent, almost too old school rose in it. This is perfect, actually. I don't know what I was thinking, but again, I was probably in the middle of transitioning with my palette and it was just too much. It was forcing me to move too fast and I wasn't ready. So I love this one. It's my favorite in the line. Oh, I'm so glad I have it. And I don't need a bigger bottle. I have enough going on. Then I saw this bottle, which is the L'Extase Caresse des Roses. And how pretty is this? What is this? You come with jewelry too? Like, we blinged out? Like, really? So this one is also Rose Extase without the jammy sweetness. This has a light, pretty sweetness. I much prefer it from the bottle because once you spray it, it unleashes this just wild banshee group of roses. They are untamed and all over the place. And at first I was like, I can't do this. But when I smell it from the bottle right now, I want to do it. So I have yet to wear this on my skin. But just from smelling it from the bottle and on a test strip, it's my least favorite. However, I'm still going to keep it because I have to give it a full wear. But you know, it's just too much rose. Finally. So this is like L'Extase Rose Absolute. This, I read the notes a long time ago. And I was like, no, I would never, ever like this. And then it started kicking up again. And I was listening to Curly Scents and Anthony. And the way they talked about this had me going, you know, I've never smelled Oud Satin Mousse before. Everybody always talks about it. This is supposed to be a more feminine version. Like, anytime you tell me something is more feminine than a unisex, I'm here for it. So at first smell, I thought it smelled to me like Shagaf Oud, only an easier to wear, more feminine, less loud version. I fell in love with it. I actually like something that's like deep, dark, and spicy. What's happening? I don't know. However, I do like it. Haven't worn it yet. We haven't had the weather to. I feel like this is also a fall winter fragrance, so I will wait on that as well. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and select the notification bell so that you never miss any of my future uploads. I hope you have already subscribed to the Terra Squad, hashtag Terra Squad. I can't remember which one of my subscribers said that to me, and I was like, yo, that was a thing in high school. It really was. When Fat Joe and them came out with the Terror Squad, yes, it was Tony. It was Tony, aka Trademark, who named me and my crew, the Terror Squad. So yes, I hope you've already subscribed to the Terror Squad. If you have not, please do. You'll love it here at Opinionated Scents. I'm 100% authentic always. And as a woman, I always reserve my right to change my mind. My right, my mind. I can change it. That's right. So as always, I want to talk to you guys in the comments about any of these fragrances. Do you have them? Do you want them? Did you have them and like them? You don't want to talk about it, right? So, until then, bye. Say bye to the airplanes too. Woo, I need to move.